Okay, so I was thinking about, since this is shorter than usual, of just working on the space station map and talking about what we're doing and everything like that. Unless, if you guys want to still go through the playthrough, we can do that as well instead. But I'll start with this, and then we'll go from there. So I actually did a lot since the last time I had it open. And something else that I generally do when I'm working on a map like this is I will have both Unreal Editor 2 and Unreal Editor 1 open. And the purpose for this is, once this loads up, if it will. Oh, it's on the other window, my bad. And then I open up the original so that I can make sure to get everything in that's in the original map for the new map. So for instance, we got the space shuttle entrances. So got to make sure to have the path that you can jump down of once you first enter. So come on in, and same thing. Got the door and the button, and then you can jump down in here and head forward. So let's see. Let's try and get an exact same angle kind of situation here. So here's the new one. Here's the old one. Definitely a little different so far. So when I started the map, I had this one big issue. So you spawn right here, the door's open. And you come out here, and you got the goddamn security bot standing here. This dude is always here. And then everything else here is, what would you call it? The difficulty filter. So I think all these guys are set to wander. Yeah, so you come around the corner. Sure, it's the end of the game, and you can most likely fight anything in your path in Deus Ex, but still, a lot of people like to play this game stealth, and you come out of the spaceship, and you're immediately thrown into this fight with just everything, and there's no way to sneak around this other than using the one path. So yes, having one sneak path is fine. It's acceptable, but that's not how Deus Ex is. It's got a lot more to it than that. So what we do is just look at the map and figure out what we can do to make it a little better. So this door is going to open just like it does in classic TNM. But you're going to have the bot right in the middle of the pathway, and one patrol path, just the bot. So you'll open the door and see him. You have an immediate hide path here. This is that platform. This is a little more beefed up. So you can go up here. There's hiding spots. That camera is in a completely different area. And the alien that's up there, instead of just him kind of wandering around up there randomly, he's actually on a patrol path now. So he's going to go back and forth, back and forth. A little predictable for stealth people to deal with. And then this crane is actually an idea that we had when we were playing last and just talking about Space Station on stream. So if you come over here, you can just jump up onto this crane arm here, head up here, and now you got a bird's eye view to sneak around and jump around from. Come over here, and then this right here is a little cargo area. It's got the camera. You can't see them because it's Unreal Editor 2, but the chemical bottles are all right here. That's pretty much what this room is. Looks a little more like a little storage area rather than just the shelf just up there. And then down here, when you go below the space station, if you do take the sneak path, this is one of those areas that you can run in rather than just being stuck crouching for a million years. Come around the corner, and then there's now a bot down here, but there's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of ability to sneak, and then these are for direct comparison. If you remember Space Station, down here it's this path here, and then you turn right, and you can go up this ladder, and then get spit out here beneath the walkway. So this is kind of a major change. It's so now you come through these little vents, go this way, and now you come up. You still come out into the hangar, but it's a little more open, and there's two paths now. And then this side is going to connect to the rest of the map. Oh, and this is just a little in-progress hallway I was working on. I couldn't figure out how to. It started out as a room, but I couldn't figure out how to make that wall look good. So it's been transitioned into being a prefab hallway of some sort that I haven't gotten to yet. And then another thing that I did is tried to improve the set building of this area a little bit. Like it's the hangar, right? And we established later on in the map while we're playing that GameSpy has multiple shuttles that it uses, but where do they put them? You know, this is the hangar, this is the docking bay of the space station. Pretty obvious since we're flying in with these suckers. And they're not, and I'm pretty sure that on the model this is the only spot that has docking areas. Like, where is it? I think it's out here somewhere. Yeah, so this is this space station model was made after the fact, right? And it actually is representative of what the actual interior of the space station looks like. So let's see, the docking ports. Yes, I found them. So this right here, this little section that looks kind of like a hovering warehouse, that's the docking port. So I don't think there's any other docking sections on this area, or on this model, or even in the design. So it's kind of strange that, well, to me anyway, especially with T&M being so freaking detail-oriented in every doggone thing, it's surprising that there isn't either more representation of docking rings, or it wasn't represented properly in the entry as space station. So hold on one second. So here's something else that we're going to be doing. As I improve Space Station and work on it, like, I'm going to keep this in mind, but I'm not going to let this right here, the fact that this was made after the fact, get in the way of gameplay. So this right here is actually a representation of where the space shuttle flies in. You come around the corner and turn in and dock. And you notice I put a little ramp thingy at the entrance. So your camera is never like in this sucker. Like you never fly around directly to have time to overanalyze the details of it. So all this is going to be kept in mind. But if for instance, if I need to make something a little bigger or wider, that kind of thing, we're still going to do it. This still fits the bill from a distance, especially. But it looks nice for when the camera is close by. Okay. And this is where Kylie's shuttle is going to be. The main objective of Space Station redesign is to make it look less like a mishmash of prefabs that were thrown together. So, like we talked about before, I didn't make this map, but I did make a lot of its prefabs, and someone else integrated them later. So, for instance, we talked about this on the first stream, this room right here, of this giant engine-looking thingy. I made this, and this rectangle right here, with the space station texture just repeating like that, that was just my workspace for this device. And when I completed it and sent it off to somebody, I was like, okay, this is done, use it wherever you need to. They literally just took the entire thing, prefab room and all, and just stuffed it in there, and then threw some doors on it and integrated it into the map. So I was playing recently to test, and I do like that you can get into the gutty works of this thing and crawl around and progress through it. So I'm gonna keep this somewhere, but it's not just gonna be in a big empty room like this. This is gonna get redone. And then another thing we're gonna do with this, where am I? Over here. So think about what this would be like. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, so it's the admin area, but why are our administrative staff at the GameSpy station like crawling through an engine to get to it? So that could work. It could still work in that exact design, but you need to build the set piece around that it's obviously not the main entrance. And for an area like that, I would even go as far as yes, keeping the maintenance entrance through the engine thing, but also make the actual entrance locked from the outside. But then when you're done exploring the admin area, you can then go back and unlock the door and walk back into the hallways. And then this little spot right here, I think this room right here was made pretty early on, and this is all speculation, but I'm just thinking about it, how maybe I would have done it back then. This room was made pretty doggone early, and I feel like since it had promotional material attached to it, that it was used a lot. Like this room right here is pretty common in general for the space station. I think it's in this map alone 2 or 3 more times. Yeah, there's one. And then another one right there. And then it's on the other levels as well. I mean, it's a cool little room, but for a map like this where it's pretty much a cluster, this kind of repeat stuff isn't very good. So my idea is I want to turn this and the area above and this room right here, I want to combine it all into like, what would you call it, like a airplane airplane terminal. Yeah, like a space shuttle like landing terminal. So you'll come through the doorways on this side like normal, and then oh, perfect example. If you've played Dead Space 1, when you enter through the docking ring, and when your team gets hemmed up and murked by the necromorphs, that area, how it still looks kind of industrial, but it's clearly like a an entry terminal for the for the ship. You know, that's the kind of area that I want to make. I want to make a section like somewhere in here where you can kind of get on a conveyor belt for luggage, I guess you can say. So it's going to look kind of like that. And then I think that prefab room, the original idea I had for it was for this area with the elevator, the central, like, well, central area. Yeah, that's the name for it. The central area around the elevator that connects the different sections. So this theme right here of the bright metal with the like padded floor. This is the theme I'm going for with the space station. So a lot of other games where you're on space stations in space, it kind of looks like this. Same with movies and all that. Think like the Alien franchise, that kind of stuff. When you're on the Weyland-Yutani stations or ships or whatnot, want to try and go through that theme a little bit, rather than like two metals. And then use this texture more. So it's a nice texture, and this texture has a lot of utility. Like this section right here specifically, I use that for trims a lot in other various maps. This section right here by itself is nice. This section above the green line, trim that up and use that as a wall sometimes. This up here is a really great like trim for stairs or something thin. So it has a lot of utility. I want to put it up on most of the walls in the area. And then I was originally going to think about combining a lot of these maps, but when I opened them in the editor, I was like, oh shit, these actually are kind of big. Let's yeah, let's keep them separate. So I'm going to keep it all in 4 different maps, I believe. And then so let's also do this. First level. I think this is it. Yeah, the little seats. Oh no, those aren't seats. What the hell am I looking at? Oh yeah, yeah. This picture right here. Ooh, it's a okay. It's moving and the lights meet. So yeah, see that in the background there? How it looks kind of industrial. It looks industrial, but this is the area I was talking about. Kind of the central entry area for the ship from the cargo and docking area. That's more of the theme that I want to go for this. I want to keep so this. God, so I fully admit, when I was testing this map, I totally forgot that this was a thing. So I was running around here like a friggin' idiot for like 15 minutes, and I was like, oh wait, I think I gotta go in there and do something. And yeah, that's when you did increase the gravity, and then you can hop on up here, or decrease the gravity, and then you can hop up here and progress the level. So that's a cool ass mechanic, and I liked it. It's we're gonna keep that in there for sure. Just gotta figure out how to make it a little more obvious. So I get what was going on. It's there's lasers in there. There's a friendly alien. It's kind of natural for the player to think, I want to get in there, and then you just kind of stumble into the way to advance. But I kind of want to make that a little better. Our boy here. What's your name again? Oh yeah, Fargo. Okay, so yeah, next step is, I think I want to, oh yeah, here. You know what? We're gonna actually do a quick play test of this. We'll go invisible and just roam around the map. Because, I mean, yeah, looking at it in the editor is great, but another thing entirely to actually get in there and see it from the player's perspective. Alrighty. Oh. Let's look at the original first. Oh yeah, hearing it crash. Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, so here is our original. My immediate distaste for this. Oh, those guys are standing there. Yeah. God, like, I cannot stand forced combat. I cannot stand forced anything in this game. This game is literally built from the ground up. It's even, I don't know if any of you guys got the physical copy, but it even says on the back of the Deus Ex box when you buy it from friggin' Best Buy. Use all these different tools, use all these different methods, combat, hacking, lockpicking, da-da-da-da-da. Talk your way through things. And then you turn around and, well, I guess I'm whooping all these guys' asses. So, yes, that's an option. Yes, you can lockpick this, but then what if you're doing a stealth build wherein you don't want to rely on lockpicking? Because lockpicking is leaned on a lot in Deus Ex and TNM and all its other mods. It's if you want to add a little bit of a challenge, oh cool, let me just lockpick this. So it's understandable that some people might want to play in a method where they use logins, where they have to find codes, where they have to like challenge themselves to advance rather than just taking out their 15 lockpicks as they're exploring every nook and cranny of the map and advancing. So, so yes, lockpick or fight people. Never liked that. Let's inject more Deus Ex gameplay into our Deus Ex model. Just bounce off that. Oh, and I don't know if you can tell, but I definitely made it a little longer, the hanger. And then there is a crane in the old one. And another fun thing, if you're a lunatic like me and you actually like Frozen Hell, that absolutely insane movie that was made a while ago, the final fight between DX Denton and I forget his name because I'm talking about it. Because talking. Oh, is it? Oh, I bet I accidentally turned my mic down. Hold on 1 second. Okay, turn that up. And then
I spill my drink.
Oh, well, that's not a good sign. So what was I saying? I got sidetracked. But yeah, the final fight between the antagonist and the protagonist happens here. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, they end up on top of that rafter, like fighting each other. And I didn't notice it at first because I'm a friggin' idiot. But then as soon as I saw the clip of them in front of the green screen hopping up on that, I just freaking lost it. I was like, holy shit, That is Space Station. That's friggin' awesome. Oh, man. And then they're, like, using footage from other games to... I don't know, I guess nanites give you, telekinesis now. And, they're just, like, throwing these explosive barrels and... But, of course, when they do get thrown, they're explosive barrels from Half-Life 2 instead of these. And so on and so forth. And then there's a clip from, Indigo Prophecy in there, and... Oh, man. If you haven't seen the Frozen Hell movie, you need to, like, watch it and enjoy the fever dream that I'm talking about right now. Oh, okay, cool. And then, so these are the doors that I'm talking about that I want to turn into the entryway. And then this leads into this fancy pants room. Definitely gonna redo this room and keep it looking very similar just because it's, again, an iconic section of a space station. So, let's see. Open Sesame. Nope, I can type. Good grief. O-P-E-N. There we go. Actually, if I turn the music back to 1...
I spill my drink.
Just tell me if it's too loud again, compared to the voice. I got the mic volume pretty much all the way up, so just let me know if I need to put it up to the max yet. So here we go. 100 million years of crawling. Oop. And so another thing about the addition of that stealth section is the point just to get the flame ammo? Because I mean, when you pop out here, you're just, oh hi guys, don't mind me. You know what I mean? And then you got him right above you, so if you stand up and run, he's going to hear you. Come back over here. Oh yes, and this. Like, it's a cute idea that you have to actually highlight the button, but it ain't too good in practice. You know what I mean? Shit, does this even close again? Yeah. I guess it doesn't reclose itself. So that's another issue I have with it.
Please do not discharge your firearms.
Yeah.
We harbor no hostility towards your person. Yes.
I don't need anything from you.
That is highly unfortunate for me.
That's kind of rude. Like, hey, bud, I'm willing to help you out. I mean, I get this sucks.
Have
I don't
you
need
decided
anything.
I don't need...
That?
Fuck you.
Have you...
Bro. Oh my
I don't
good grief. He like really wants...
Have you decided to question me after...
I don't...
That? Have you...
Bro.
That? Have you...
Okay. That what is going on? That can't be correct. Okay. Like, that's sick, man. Like, I was so happy when I finally figured this out. Yeah, that's I don't know what happened. I think it might be because it might be related to me being invisible. Because same thing, like even when I was playtesting the map like regular, he didn't like talk to me 100 times as I was roaming the room. Yeah, actually, I shouldn't even be exploring this right now because we're just in here right now for direct comparisons of the map. And then here's another issue with enemies that are just listed as standing. He ran in here because, you know, he heard me just murder a man with a gigantic freaking rocket. So now that he's away from his post, he managed to run in here, but he can't get back. So now this guy is just here. When you have full pathing and patrol set up, it's a lot easier for them to go back to where they're supposed to be. So, new one for comparison. For right now, we can open this and go into space. But that shall be fixed when we implement the intro. Alright, so we got this now. Oh yeah, and if you're interested in modding this old game because you're a freaking weirdo like me, don't be afraid to make button collisions like this bigger. Kind of like a quality of life thing. I mean, because normally the collision for that would be like, I'd say like a third of the size of this box. Yeah, because it's not done, so I left it probable so that you can go in and out easily. Booty. And then we come in here, so much less crouching. Much less crouching. Just go through here, and then you're already in a new set piece. There's a bot, there he is, patrolling that. Am I invisible? Because I think there are a couple of guys that are set to enemy already.
Scanning area.
Those are, what do you call them? Not prefabs, just a basic piece of BSP. I'm gonna rework those, make them look a little prettier. And you come up here. And now, we have actual GameSpy shuttles here. Because it's the hangar, and that's where they park them. And something else I did for this section. So the what would you call it? Oh yeah, the collision of these stupid things. So how collision works in this Unreal Gold, all that jazz. It's just a cylinder, right? So that's why when you run up to these guys, see how I'm stopping pretty far back, and I can't get any closer to his legs. It's because he's a cylinder. Same thing with me. So if I kept the cylinder collision on these things, you would not be able to hop into this, because the collision goes out to probably like, yeah, about the center of this ladder. So even though you can clearly physically walk past these things, you would be stuck. So I set their actual collision to none, and then put player blockers. There's probably about 5 or 6 player blockers for each shuttle, with each of their individual collisions adjusted. That way, it's more true to life to what the actual physical model is, so you can walk through these. Repair bot is there, behind a locked door now, instead. and I added in a 2.0 feature to get into it. It's a prefab from earlier. If you've played 2.0 a little bit, you'll recognize that as a prefab of something that can be affected by EMP. Thank you. There's our boy patrolling. And then here's that, no sound, but forgive me for in progress. So this kind of thing right here, I've seen this kind of thing in like movies, like because obviously regular space travel is not a thing, but little storage shelves have like bars in front of them sometimes because, you know, lower gravity. Space station has a gravity generator, obviously, but put the cargo in there, close the door so that it doesn't go flying around the cabin in 0G. So yeah, this is what we got so far. I've kind of hit my stride with this map finally. I think I did all this in one night. So I'm just continuing along with it now. So now that I feel like the regular crew of viewers that stop by for these things is here, let me know what you want to do today. Do we want to continue with me trying to work on the map and make that next area, or would we rather just hop back in and continue the playthrough? And then up here is where I put the flame ammo, and I put that ammo in such a spot where, like, if you stop for a second and take in things, you'll like clearly see it sitting up there. Like, yeah, you can see it pretty clearly right there, and you can see it from the rest of the map. So that's just like one of those visual cues for progress on where to go. And I like this. This is a very basic thing, but I like the boxes with the GameSpy logo on it. And then that's where the window for the overlook is going to be. And then everyone that's here, is anybody even, because that's the other indicator, is, is anybody here actually interested in modding themselves? So, making maps for DX, maybe DXMP, maybe making a single player mod, anything like that, because if you guys are just here for the commentary on the playthrough and everything, I'd rather just play so you guys have a little bit more entertainment rather than go through the nitty-gritty of explaining what I'm doing in the editor and you guys just being like, oh, okay, that's cool, but okay. Yeah, this is and then I'm thinking the doors. So, like we touched on earlier, how the space station exterior is based on the interior. This is going to be one of those maps that, yes, is being remade, but it's not going to be like a drastic change like downtown. So I think how this is gonna go is it's gonna pretty much be the same in layout, but rooms are gonna be a lot different. And this is a prime example. Like the shelf that was up there was added to its own room. We got the extra hanger storage. We still got the underground, the sub-level crawl space, but now it's got a little more detail in it, that kind of thing. So we're still gonna have the 2 doors and the window up here, and then it's gonna go forth into the rest of the map and just look nicer and have more gameplay mechanics put in. Why do you even put something? Oh yeah, I know what I was just thinking of. So I mentioned how it is kind of vague what to do about the gravity thing. I think I'm gonna put a note in the equivalent of this room. Oh, I know what happened. Come on, where's the void? There it is. This is probably looking trippy as shit. So a note in this room somewhere, and that just says something like, be mindful of putting tools or objects prone to damage in this room because of the gravity change, and things could fly into the ceiling and cause damage to the station. So that way a player can read that in for, okay, so I'm a thing. Maybe I can edit the gravity in this area and then hop on up here. So that's kind of it runs the line of possibly slamming people over the head with information, but and then the indicators of seeing the lasers and seeing Fargo over there, that should be enough. But it doesn't hurt to add at least a little, like, subtle hint. And I'm not saying, like, add a freaking objective, disable the gravity, or anything like that, or any specific notes in the data vault, just a little something to just nudge you in the right direction. Also, I can't remember. Do you get the ability to make these work? Because, I mean, it's... Or can you hack them to make them human handprints? I can't remember if those are there just as like a world building thing, or if you can actually make the hand scanners work for you. Oh, this isn't even a mover. Whoops. Alright. Yeah, because that's actually something... So me not making this map kind of helped me in making methods for this map, because I remember I walked in here and I immediately ran up to this and I was thinking, oh, okay, so I guess I just gotta find a button to re-enable that elevator. And then I remembered I went down here and I thought, okay, so let's think back to Deus Ex gameplay. That elevator is disabled, so maybe there's like something in here that I can power up the elevator. Oh, this looks cool. What's this? Okay. Oh, there's just a multi tool in there. That's weird. And then I saw this, and then I was like, oh, it disabled the lasers. Well, I guess that's still good. Open up. God, like, can anybody... What is this? What is this room? What does it do? So... I should, in all the 2.0 maps, I can, god damn it, Fargo. God bless America. in the 2.0 maps, I can load up any map right now and tell you what the use of a room is, or what the use of a machine is. I feel like in 1.0, I couldn't do that. Like, what is this place? It's got these weird things that say online and offline, and they go down into a void, and the online ones have, like, this cool blue glow. I don't know. I guess these pipes move blue stuff. And the station uses blue stuff for stuff. Oh yeah, the annihilation plants. Yeah, because the annihilation plants have that blue glow to it as well. Yeah, that's probably what it is. So it's supposed to look like subsidiary machinery for the annihilation plant that you just happen to pass by. All right, that's the new lore for the for the pipe area in the 2.0 version now. For these down here. Excuse me. Because I did that same thing in this area. Say. And then there's these blue pipe thingies. This is supposed to look like I can't think of the word for it. I'm picturing it from a video game, of course, because I'm a subhuman and can only relate things to video games. Like a power transfer conduit thing. So that's essentially like the transformer for this section of the station, kind of thing.
Scanning area.
Scanning area. Oh, whoa. Boop. Alrighty, so I'm opening up the editor again. Oh yeah, all the oh yeah, Kylie kills these aliens when she's allied with you, I believe. So I had this, the map loads up and your camera's like by default right here, right? So I was like, wait, why are there just dead aliens everywhere? And then I remembered. God, I wish we had someone that still did textures. It literally looks like that she just put black makeup on the side of her face. So I think that's supposed to be there if you injure her. You fucked up my face.
You fucked up my face. You fucked up my face.
Yeah. The pinnacle of voice acting. That's, so this happens if, you're fighting her and whoop her ass, I think, and then she gets resurrected. And then in order to convey that, she puts black makeup on half of her face. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, we gotta move my badass hallway that I can't use yet. Same thing with my badass corner BSP that I made but can't use yet. So, do not rebuild with pathing enabled in this editor. Oh, okay. So, alright, here is that beautiful trick. So you hit Control-Alt, and it does this, right? Yeah, just boop, and then let go, and it selects everything within the what you drew. But that's only UED2. UED1, you still have to use the select within red brush. Alrighty. So, yeah. What do y'all think about airlocks in video games? Like, you step in, and, you need to wait for the door on the other side to open. Is it just kind of like a cheap trick of prolonging gameplay, or does it look cool? Yeah, see, it takes a while. See, that's exactly what I'm getting at, because I was thinking that would make sense to be here in these two doors that I'm about to make. But on the other side of the coin, you got to go back and forth between this area and the hangar a couple times if you're like a methodical player and you like exploring and all that. So I'm thinking probably no. I just remember I was at work one day and I was thinking about this, how I was going to redo this, and I was like, airlocks would make sense. And then that's the other thing. So for the airlock, it would probably have to be either related to a flag, which can break, or try and do it strictly through triggers, which can also break. And another thing is, those kind of doors are kind of a nightmare for NPCs. And an issue that I saw when I was playtesting this map is it's kind of difficult for NPCs to chase you around from the hangar to the next area. So probably not going to do it now that I had that idea. Yes, it would be based and cool, but again, so you're always fighting between gameplay and appearance, and generally speaking, in that regard to what we're discussing right now and what we should do, gameplay is always going to win. I mean, it takes you out of the element, and it's also kind of unbalanced that you can just walk through a door and you're fine. You know what I mean? So that's all. Oh, that's also why. So this is going to be the new standard door in Space Station. This open both ways, a little bit wider than normal kind of door. And that's strictly so that it's easier on the NPCs. So I think the aliens can fit through that old style door. Where is one of them? NPCs can fit through this, but it's got a higher propensity for them doing something stupid, like jumping back and forth before they finally run through the door. I can guarantee, even with this shitty AI, that these things can go straight through this door without an issue, especially with the over padding of path nodes directly through the center like that. That's what these are, by the way. These essentially build a path for NPCs to follow, right? Blue lines. Here, I'll do it in UED1 because the pathing is not correct in UED2. So all those blue paths is what they take. Oh, they didn't even bother to put path nodes on these stairs. So this dude is probably just straight up... Yeah, actually, yeah. I've seen that happen before when we were playing last time even. He's just straight up stuck up there. This is this man's entire world up here. These guys, they can get through here. But remember, we saw that one NPC. He was just confused and just standing here. He probably managed to path into here, but then he couldn't find a proper path back, so he just kind of hung out. And, with doors being wider like this, these little guys will be able to get through doors. He's stuck in there. Especially this, is the Gang Spy military bot even used anywhere on this map in original? I don't think he is, because the map probably ended up being much more close quarters than everybody anticipated. But, yeah, I added a military bot in here for the filter. I added this guy, and I really like that palette on him. That looks freaking sick. Like, that color of green, and there's, like, a lot of black mixed in, and that's definitely a darker gray than the standard military bot color. Oh, okay. Yeah, I tested this before I filtered him out. He works perfect in this area, even when you piss him off. Like, yeah, he stays on the first floor, but he'll stay aware of you and take pot shots at you if you're roaming around up here. Yeah, I feel like this is a great arena for him to hang out in. And that's a good... So if you're playing on Horde and you see this dude when you first pop in, I think that's a good image. It's still... You're still pretty intimidated when you come into this room. Because I haven't even added all the NPCs yet. There's still going to be more aliens walking around. Open this back up. So yeah, I think what I'll do though, this iconic room, I think I'm gonna forego using it here. Probably put it on the floor with all the residential sections on it, where DD is actually found. Because this looks more like a luxurious type of setup. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's metallic and on a space station, but it looks like it's trying to look nice. You know what I mean? Which I think would be more so reserved for the section where people stay. Did I delete this? No. Okay. I just had another thought. How do I want this to look? Oop, that's the wrong one. This 2D shape editor, this is how this works. Let's just make a random shape so you can see what it does. Extrude. That makes it do this. Where the hell did the brush go? There it is. So this is a good way to make quick and dirty hallways. That's probably what I'm going to use that for.